Hey you guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Christina and my husband's name is Yadel. We own 10 acres in northern Florida, and we also bought a 1970s mobile home. This is a single wide. We got it from a company in Jacksonville, Florida. We do not recommend the company as it seemed like they were a little bit of a scam, so we just do not recommend them at all. But we are here and our mobile home is finally remodeled halfway through. So this is one of the bathrooms. This video will be a little bit shaky because this was the beginning of our journey almost 3.5 years ago. We have now been living in this mobile home for almost 3.5 years. So it is bizarre to know and our journey with this mobile home. So this is the before. I'm going to be showing you everything that we've done to this mobile home, how much we've paid, how much everything came out to, and just overall where we got things to make it more affordable and why we decided to go this route. This mobile home is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and we are going to be extending it in the future. I have mentioned that in previous videos. If you are new here, we will be talking about a lot of things that we do decide to do in the future. So we are wanting to extend this home and add on a couple of bedrooms and a bigger living room and dining, also a pantry to store our food because we do a lot of homesteading and we do have a lot of food. We also have gotten rid of a lot of the mold that was in this house, took off a lot of the drywall and some of the insulation. I'm making this video because the last video of us showing the whole farm and everything kind of blew up, and a lot of you guys were just asking for the mobile home. And I'm not going to show the outside of the mobile home because I want to do a different video for that because it's super long. This video would have been about 2 hours if I would have included the outside mobile home as well. So I'm only doing the inside, and this was over a 3-year span, you guys. This wasn't like 2 to 3 weeks or 2 months, 4 months. It was 3 years. So this is everything that we did within that time. In this video, I will be mentioning everything from pricing to how much we paid for everything. So right now, I'm just going to go into detail of how much we actually paid for the mobile home. The mobile home we found on Facebook. Like I said, it's a 1970s single wide mobile home, and it was $7,000. And honestly, that was just for the mobile home. To actually move the mobile home and all that, it was also included in the $15,000 price range that we got for everything included, which was electricity, air conditioning, and all that good stuff. Now, when the company actually started getting involved with moving the mobile home, it was a whole ordeal with them and the city, and they are just a mess, the mobile home company. They made a mess of everything. They did illegal things. They just did so much bad stuff. I had to call a lot of people to get this mobile home situated and to where it needed to be in order for us to move into it. And thankfully, with God, everything was possible and everything came out so good. God was with us the whole way, you guys. So we did pay $11,000 for everything. In reality, not the whole 15, because the mobile home company did not finish the work, so we didn't pay the remaining balance and they just disappeared. Now the actual city got involved and they did what they had to do to get this mobile home to where it needed to be, and I did my part, they did their part, everybody did their part to get it to where it could be livable, and we were very happy about that. The big project we did in this mobile home was actually doing the guest bathroom. My mom was kind enough to gift us everything for this bathroom, and she had already had it, so it was just really nice of her to even let us get everything and redo our bathroom. We struggled a lot in the beginning with having to be able to remodel this mobile home because of what the company did. We went through it with the company, so remodeling this was just not in our budget. We had enough to get it on the property and do all that good stuff, but when the company just did us so wrong, we did not have any funds left. We used all of our money to try and get this approved by the city, and just it was a mess. So my mom definitely gifted us everything. Now the windows we did have, and we paid $15 a piece for these windows on Facebook Market, which we were very happy about. They were mobile home windows in very good shape, and we cannot believe we found such a great deal on those windows. Now I will say something, Yadel is very handy. He does really good with construction. He knew about this from when he was in Cuba, so he knew a lot of things. Mobile homes were a little bit different for him because there's no mobile homes in Cuba, so this is something that he learned being here in the States, and we are very grateful that he learned from our mobile home. We went through mistakes, we did good things, we did bad things, we just were all over the place, and he learned so much. And now you can give him a mobile home and he would strip it in 2 seconds. So overall, this bathroom remodel costed us about $1,600. My mom wasted of her own money. She did gift it to us, but if we had to come out of pocket for ourselves, then yes, we would have been about $1,600. If you round it up from how it looks today and a couple of updates that we did, we're probably around $1,900 with everything that we did in this bathroom. Our next project was this master bedroom, and we actually did this master bedroom probably 2 months later after doing the bathroom. We were so excited to finally have our own bedroom because we were in the guest room. We had put up the flooring that was in the guest bedroom and did a little bit in there just so we could make it at least a little bit livable, so we can finally get inside of the mobile home since we were living in an RV. So Yadel in this master bedroom did paint. He threw texture. We love texture in the home. If you know how to throw texture, we definitely recommend it because it makes the home look so beautiful. We went to Joe's Stuff and Such. We actually found that place from another person we bought a door from on Facebook Market, and she told us about Joe's Stuff and Such, and she is literally a angel because we've gotten so much stuff for our mobile home from Joe's Stuff and Such. I kid you not, we bought drywall from him for $2 a piece, and wood. I think we've probably spent over maybe $2,000 on wood and just a whole bunch of floors, like subfloor and beams for the bottom of the floor of where some of them were broken, and compound, things like that. We also bought the doors for this mobile home from somebody on Facebook as well. So most of the things that we have in our mobile home is from Facebook Market. And overall, this bedroom is probably about I think we didn't even go over $600-700. The doors were $15 a piece, and it is just so crazy to see that you can make your home look really nice on a budget. You just have to DIY and do it yourself. So we really did do this bedroom on a budget, and we love our bedroom. He painted it, and like I said, did trim. The whole flooring within the whole house was less than $1,100. And then the underlayment, we actually went to Home Depot and got the underlayment, and it was in the wrong space, so they had to give us that price, because since it was all in the wrong spot, I mean, they had tons of them in the wrong spot, and we made it just in time where they actually gave it to us for 35 cents. So the underlayment for the flooring came out to $385. One thing I do say though, Yadel does have all the tools to make this possible. So if that's something that you have to buy and go out and get, it's definitely a very expensive purchase, and more if you don't know how to do so much of the work. You might have to hire a few people to do 2 or 3 things, but if you do have the means to do it, we definitely recommend it because it's super affordable, and it is just a debt-free life that you don't have to worry about. One thing that we noticed is we have a lot more freedom to do what we want here, and that is one thing that we love. So we would definitely do this all over again, even if we struggle all over again. It's just something that we enjoy doing, and it definitely brought us together a lot more, and we also got to build our home the way that we wanted and not the way that somebody else wanted it to be. So we are very happy that we went this route for sure. This room has changed completely, so I'm going to show you how the room looks updated right now as I did in the bathroom. And this is how this room is looking right now. It still looks gorgeous, it still looks great, and it's been 3 years later, and we are still in love with our room. We would not change it for anything. We love it so much. I do tend to change out the curtains and also the comforters and such, but other than that, this room is good to go. We do want to put some barn doors, probably where the bathroom used to be, where our closet is going to go, so you'll be seeing that in the future. There will be some barn doors there, but other than that, this room is completely done. We still do have to change out the door handles. We want to paint them all black. Some of them are painted black in the house and some of them aren't, but that is the least of our worries at the moment. We got done with our master bedroom. About 6 months later, we started working on our guest room. So this has been over a 3-year time lapse just about, and we started working on this guest bedroom because we started to have family come over. My mom started to come over a lot more often, and my sister, and we just needed for them to be a lot more comfortable. comfortable because we were letting them sleep in our room, and then we were coming back to this room to sleep here. And it was just a mess, and we just wanted everybody to feel comfortable while they were here. So this is the before. We ended up not putting a closet back into this room, and I ended up putting in a dresser so that way they can put their clothes in if need be, or whatever they needed for that moment. And Yadel ended up changing out all of this paneling and just putting drywall up. This drywall, like I said, we got from Joe Stuff and Such, and we also got a couple from Lowe's because after a while the one from Joe Stuff and Such did finish, but it was the best. These are the windows that we put up. Like I said, they were $15 a piece from Facebook Market, and then he will be closing out the bay windows that is on the other side. We wanted it in the front of the house so the front of the house could look a lot more nicer, and we closed out the side windows that were to the left because it just looks a lot more prettier from the front of the house than the side of the house where you can't actually see it. So he just changed that, and since we needed to put up new windows, he just decided to put it in the front and also build a nice seating area. And the great thing about that seating area is that I actually have a mattress cushion there, and whoever also comes over and there's not enough space, they can sleep there, and it's so comfortable and just so amazing. This is the flooring that we put throughout the whole house. Like I said, it was $1,100 for all the flooring, so we really got a good deal. And 3 years later, and this flooring is still absolutely amazing. Yadel ended up doing all the work in the mobile home, like I mentioned before, so we really didn't waste any money on having anybody come and do labor. Also, if you guys want to see a lot of these videos, you can, because they are all posted on here. I'm just giving you a little roundabout of how much we spent. In this room, we actually spent just about the same amount that we spent in our bedroom, because most of the stuff was bought all at the same time. All the trim in this bedroom was no more than $200. All the wood, like I said, we got from Joe Stuff and Such. So most of everything is from either Facebook Market or Joe Stuff and Such, including all of the furniture. And my mom and my sister actually blessed us with that TV that is in that room. For this hallway, we ended up putting in a huge window. So this window we got off of Facebook Market for $20. This wasn't part of the other windows, and I was so happy to find it because it doesn't open or anything, but it's just a huge window for this hallway. It lets in so much light. I love to open it during the day, and Yadel just did such a good job putting it in. It's so beautiful with the curtains and the blinds. It just looks so nice, and when you look at it from outside, oh god, it's so beautiful. So I definitely recommend, if you cannot afford too many windows or can't afford windows, definitely check out Facebook Market, because some people give them away for free. Sometimes they're not used. It's where people buy brand new houses and they will sell the windows that are on that brand new house because they want to put in different windows or different type of windows. So you just never know what you're going to find on Facebook Market or Craigslist. Those are my two go-tos when we started doing remodeling on this home. But look at how beautiful that window is. It just makes the hallway look longer and wider. It just looks so beautiful. Then Yadel had to fix a few of these holes that we had in the floor in order to put the flooring down, and a lot of that subflooring and beams he actually got from Joe Stuff and Such. Like I mentioned before, we did spend a few dollars at Joe Stuff and Such getting beams and subflooring and wood and things like that we knew that we were going to need. So we were very excited to actually get this floor where it needed to be so he can put the underlayment down and then also add the flooring down this hallway and into the living room. And we started this project back in 2022 going into 2023, and we were filled with so much joy. These French doors that I just that you just seen in the front of the house, we actually got them off of Facebook Market, and they were absolutely free. Yadel just had to fix a little bit of the door, like the trimming around it, so we got really lucky with that door. And then all the trimming in the house, like I said, is also from Facebook Market or Lowe's or Home Depot. And I will give you the final pricing at the end of this video so you guys can see how much we actually spent on this home. I have a few videos up of this entertainment center if you guys want to check that out. I will try to link the playlist down below of all of the videos from our remodels. It should be in the mobile home to home video playlist. But for this right here, we decided to do a entertainment center. Yadel came to me and was like, we need to do an entertainment center. So he did it, and it looks so beautiful. We were able to put our speakers here. We have really big speakers, and it just came out so beautiful. I like to read as well, so he did do a lot of shelves so I can put a lot of books there, and I was over the moon with this. It is so pretty. We did have a dresser that we were going to paint and do all this stuff to it, but this came out so much better. And now with paint, you guys, I think we spent at least maybe $1,000 on paint. We got 5 ceiling, 5 regular colored paint, and then 5 white semi-gloss, and that is what we painted the house with. It was the brand from Home Depot, and the color is in Spring Thaw, and then we just painted everything else white. And we love Spring Thaw. It is just such a pretty color. And then we started going into the kitchen, and we didn't start going into the kitchen until the middle of 2023. And that was because Yadel was also working. He does construction, so he works a lot. And we ended up doing this later on down the road. We used to live in this mobile home just like this. And we got this flooring that I'm about to show you from a Depot store for $140 or $150, something like that. Maybe even cheaper. I don't remember. And then the glue Yadel had left over from a remodel that he did at one time. So if you did have to buy the glue, it is about $70 something for the gallon. So you definitely have to keep that in mind. If you can find it on Facebook Market, it is a lot cheaper if you can find it. But now going into this kitchen, all the cabinets that we bought, we paid at least, I think, like $1,500 from Lowe's or Home Depot. We also went to the store, the cabinet store in Jacksonville, to get some cabinets from there as well. So we did like mix and match. But for this sink, we paid $200 for it, and we were so excited. I looked for months for a sink like that for an affordable price. They are super expensive. Some of them go up to even $600, but we were able to find this one for $200, and we had to drive a whole hour away. And then the actual faucet was around $45 to $50 on Amazon. All of our backsplash as well was about $150 for the whole backsplash in the whole kitchen. The beadboard, I think we spent about $200 for all the pieces of beadboard and all the trim. We did splurge on the trim in this house, and it probably ran us around $200 to $300 for all the trim in this house. All the wood we had extra, so we really didn't have to worry about that. And then all of our appliances we got years ago, besides the microwave, but that is just something that you would have to get anyways if you're doing a remodel. So I'm not really going to include that price in there. And then the faucet for the pot filler, I think it was like $40 on Amazon. So we did buy a lot of things from Amazon. And overall, this kitchen remodel for DIY came out to about $4,000 and some change, and we completely love our kitchen. Now, we didn't just go one bit and go and spend $4,000. We did this piece by piece while we were working and getting paid, so it wasn't that we had just a whole bunch of money saved up and ready to go. And we like, when I say it was a hassle trying to get this house completely done, but we got it done and we're very happy about it. We did do a lot of different things like shelving from Lowe's and also Amazon. These shelves right here. These shelves came out to about $195, less than $200 for everything. And the cabinets, we ended up deciding on not getting them painted already and just getting the ones that weren't painted because it was a lot cheaper. With all the paint and everything that we have, we just decided to do non-painted, and it came out a whole lot cheaper. Now the countertops, we did spend about, I would say $800, 8 something on all of the countertops, including the island countertop. And we did do epoxy, and the epoxy was about $170 for everything. But we love how the epoxy came out. It definitely brings out the home a lot more. And Yadel, this was his second time doing it, and it came out so beautiful. He did such a great job. And he could definitely mark epoxy off of his list because it came out so nice. So overall, this is how the kitchen came out, and it was less than $5,000 for everything. I think we spent about $4,000 something on everything, and we just love it. We love all the trim, we love all the detail, we love the cabinetry, the beadboard, and the backsplash. Just everything came out so nice, including the handles for the cabinets. We actually had those on hand, so we ended up just putting those. We were looking at some and they were pretty expensive, so Yadel had these from another remodel that he did, so we just ended up using them. I think the most expensive thing that we chose in here was all of the trim, because we wanted a specific trim to go in this house, and we loved the outcome even though we spent a little bit more. This island is actually a non-painted cabinet that's 60 inches long, and he just built the island around it with the wood that we got from Joe's Stuff and Such, and everything just came out so nice and white and pretty, and we just love it so much on how it came out. The living room looks so nice with it as well. It just ties in all together. So overall, this is our favorite remodel of this home, and we just cannot wait to extend the house and see how that side of the house is going to look next. one thing we decided to work on again was this hallway. So we went right back in here and we started taking down this wall. Well, Yadel started taking down this wall, and we decided to do a mudroom with the space that we had from the office, because we just needed a room where we can put our boots at when we were done walking in the house, instead of tracking mud and just everything all over the home. This was the best place to put it at. We had enough space for it. This room was only going to be an office. As you're going to see, that is our next remodel, and we just love how this remodel came out. He did a wonderful job. Not only that, we had everything on hand, so everything that he used was extra, as well as the countertop. The butcher block that we put on the bench, that was an extra piece from the countertop. So we didn't go out and buy anything. This was just free, I would say, because we just had it extra just laying around there, and we were very happy with how it came out. We love this mudroom. We use it all the time, and it's just so beautiful. So that was our other remodel, and then we're going to go into our office, and then we're going to show you what isn't done yet. The one that I was most excited about was our office. So this is how it used to look before. This is how we bought it, and we were very excited. We don't have kids at the moment, so we decided to make this into an office, and in the future, when we do decide to have kids, we will extend this house out, like I said, and build on a couple of rooms. Now, Yadel did put in cameras and such, so everything is inside of this office, and we are just so happy with the outcome of it. We had to move out a lot of furniture, so we needed to get started on this. We had deep freezers in here, and just our recording stuff, and just everything was just in here. It was just a mess, and we continued to live like this for a little bit because we did want to save money, and we didn't want to keep having to do remodels, but we wanted to get this room done ASAP, and we already had almost everything since we were remodeling everything else within the home, and we were very excited to have all the materials that we needed to do this. So he did have to change out this window. Like I said in previous clips, it was a $50 window that he put in from Joe's Stuff and Such, so we were very excited to change out that window because it actually had a little crack in it. This was the $15 window that we had installed years ago, but now this one was $50, and we completely love it. He also wanted to hide all the wires and those speakers that are behind him right there, so he ended up building a little counter area, and it just looks so beautiful in this office. You're gonna see at the end, we use the same flooring, the same drywall, just everything is just all the same. And we actually didn't have to put too much money into this, and we were very happy about it. The only thing that we had to buy was the actual countertop for that area where he has all the cameras and stuff, and the shelving and some new furniture just to make this room come alive a little bit more. But we love the outcome of it. It just looks so beautiful. As you can see right here, it is my safe space. It is where I go to do work and just be calm and at peace, and it is just so beautiful. Now, in the whole house, there's only 2 rooms that aren't done, which is this laundry room and our master closet. And that will be coming in these few coming videos. And then we have the extension, and we're still working on a few more projects within the home. So definitely stay tuned for that. If you're a new subscriber, I hope you hit that subscribe button. We also showed the video of how we got everything in here and how we chose our land and things, and just all the background to that as well. I will leave it linked in the description box. This is what made me come and do this video, because a lot of you guys were like, we want to see a time lapse of your actual in-home remodel. So that's what I did for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope the pricing was and is within your means. Now, this was a DIY project, and like I said, Yadel did have all the tools, so this is just the estimate of what we would have spent all together. Also, I want to include that this is the pricing in our area, and this is how much we spent in our area. Of course, we have mobile Home Depot stores and stores that are a lot more affordable, plus Facebook Market. So if you're in an area that is a little bit more higher in material cost and things like that, it might be a little bit different for you, maybe a little bit higher. You might be in the 20s or $25,000 remodeling budget. So I would say definitely have a budget for when you remodel. Me and Yadel didn't want to spend more than $20,000, and we definitely are reaching that when we go outside of the mobile home, of course, because the mobile home outside needed a whole lot more work done. So I do want to put that out there. And not only that, we didn't have anybody come out here and do work. And I'm talking about actual labor work with the kitchen and things like that, not actual like AC and electricity, like outside. So outside we did have people come in, like the septic people and the AC unit people. That was totally different. I don't really include that in the remodel because Yadel did the whole remodel within the inside, including the electricity and things. So I don't want to include too much of that. But on the outside, we did spend a couple of more $1,000. So in the inside, that is just how much we spent. Just with materials, no tools, no nothing. Yadel didn't buy any of that. And like I said, some of it was gifted to us, but I will still include the pricing of it just so you guys can get a roundabout of how much we spent. So overall, within the home, without the furniture and without like the curtains and things like that, this does include the blinds. We spent a little bit under $12,000 on the whole home. Now, like I said, Yadel did do all of the work, and that is not including what we did outside. So we still do have an estimate for outside, which I will include that video in the future of outside work, because we are still working on that and still buying things. But since we only have 2 rooms that need to be done here, I figured this can go up before that. Now, I do say this is meant for people that do want to do DIY and want to go out there and do it themselves, because it's not an easy task. This took about 3 years to do, especially because we were doing it with our own money and also trying to save money, and just it was just a whole hassle because we had to put out a lot more money than what we thought because of the mobile home company and just everything else. Sometimes we had good days and sometimes we had bad days. So I just wanted to put that out there, that it wasn't all happy days while doing this remodel. It was definitely rough sometimes, but it does get easier, and we truly love our home and we're just making it ours. So this is just the end result. Some of this is a little bit more updated because this was from Christmas, but we love our home. And we only have 2 more places to finish within the home, and we will have that video out very soon of us working on the laundry room, so definitely stay tuned for that. And then I will be showing you guys a all-around outside video of this home so you guys can get a more estimate, because it's a little bit more than $12,000. $12,000 was only for the inside of the home, and that is with drywall and insulation, things that we had to change out to make the home livable. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We love y'all, and we'll see you in the next one.